little nervous, don't really like it happening, but if you can show us what happened when he took you, when he grabbed you and you've come here, can you show me where your next steps were? Let me walk in your shoes. Let me be you for a minute. Okay. I'm not looking at. I'm not facing that way. I'm facing this way.
Oh, okay.
So he showed me when. He showed me when he's been put right in the car. He's right in the car.
Reverse?
Oh, yes, please. He's playing. I feel like I want to play. So he's conscious at this point.
He's what?
He's conscious. He's got his shirt. I don't know if this is something he always did. He's pulling at his shirt like this. He's like...
He's nervous.
Yeah, he's pulling at his shirt. Why is he pulling at his shirt? I kind of feel like I can't stop. I kind of feel like I just want to...
I think he's nervous.
He's
fidgeting.
I just want to rip. I just want to... Now, am I seeing him or her? Am I seeing William or am I seeing the guy? I want to rip my shirt off.
Oh.
So is this him? I don't know who I don't know who I am right now. I feel like... Seriously, I feel really uncomfortable with this shirt on. I just want to rip it off. But it's almost like it's making me annoyed, and I'm getting a little angry that I can't get this shirt off.
Oh.
I'm him.
Oh.
I don't want to be him.
No.
No, that's not going to work for me.
No.
William. Oh, that was... No, I don't want to be him. William, can you show me you, darling? Can you show me you in this moment, please? That energy changes. That was horrible. Okay, I want you now that I... Yeah. Thanks, William. I want you now to show me what you're feeling. You see his hands, and he's picking at you in the car, and you're facing that way. Brian, can you face that way, please? I'm so sorry. Can you face that way, because I need to start when he starts by showing me from now, all right? And he's definitely physically in the car, but he's not the boot. He's in the actual car. They're in the back seat, both of them. Yeah. Right?
So the track that we came was just behind there.
Sorry.
Straight into the car park here.
Sorry, I need you to turn around and face the... Because he's driven in, he's facing that way.
Yeah.
William's in the back seat, and he's actually looking at the right. Sorry. Yep.
This is what William's seeing now.
Yes, that's definitely
There's
what
that
he's seeing
the
now.
track where he would have come through
Yeah.
is there, which sort of leads not far from the house.
He's in the back seat. It's a lighter coloured car inside. It's not black like this. You're right, Brian.
It's a light blue.
It's a light blue. He's sitting in the seat.
Oh.
He's sitting here. He's sitting here. So William's here. See, he keeps trying to put me in his body. No. He's sitting here, right?
Yeah.
And he's half in the car, but the door's shut. So I don't know what that means. Is he like he's not sitting properly. He's sitting at you, right? It's a small car. It's a smaller car. He showed me it's a small. It's not big like this, but it's smaller than this, right? It's not a little tiny zip car, but it's certainly smaller than this one. And he's showing William's here, and he's facing that way, and he's sitting real little in the seat. I can see you, William. You're really little. You're so white, darling. And he's trying to take his top off, and William keeps grabbing at it. William keeps grabbing at it. Oh, I can see where this is going. I don't, all right. We have to stop for a second. I need to tell you something.
All right.
Okay?
I'm just going to stop this. Hang on.
So he's puffing.
It's okay, V. I know it's hard. But that's what we're here for. We're here to get this bastard.
He's puffing.
It's okay.
I can't do it. It's horrible.
It's okay. It's okay. William, let's just go past this now.
He's puffing and he's... No, I can't... It's horrible. I can't do it.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's really sick. I can see him vomit.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
Get William of the gadget that Brian has too. He's got a toy as well, and you can do colours and sounds with it. Or you can use Spider-Man. Can I show you where he's always doing? He's standing here, about this far. Sorry, Willie. And he's looking at it. He looks at us. He's looking at it. He's looking at you. He's looking at it. He's just looking at it. So, Willie, you can actually play with it.
And you don't have to be scared of us. We're here to help you.
I don't mind. You love your photo taken. I don't mind if you actually play. I don't care if you throw it over the fence. I don't care if you jump on it. I don't care if you pull the arm off. You can do whatever you want with it. It's yours. You don't do that? It's only when you're angry. Yeah, well, that's okay. Do whatever you want with it.
How do you want to pick it up and pass it to us?
You want to run through the bush? Okay. But we really want to talk to you. You know what a toy is. You're allowed. Brian won't tell you off for having the toy or playing with the toy.
Yeah, it's all yours. It's all yours, mate.
We'll wait, darling. We'll wait. We won't look. Alright? We won't watch.
Spider-Man. That's why we bought it for you.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Da, 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 da. Have you seen the black Spider-Man, Willie? He keeps running off. He's his mind's not focused. He kind of gets displacent.
Yeah, he's not a 3-year-old.
So you know what? I'll give it a little. I'm a bit impatient, so we'll give it a few more minutes, and we'll just talk between ourselves. Is that all right? All right. Yeah. So, oh yeah, with that track before that he was showing me, it's like not a boomerang, but it's kind of like a little over half a circle that guy tracked. Right? He went sort of from the road where we went, that gap. He came from that direction. So you're right, Altina. Yeah. It would be from that road that we're facing, right? So I want to see where that goes. Because not just we're trying to help find William, you're hungry.
Oh, I don't have anything with me.
You know what? When we're done here, I'll get you something to eat.
Yeah.
So Mummy's got something? All right, you go get something from Mummy. Yeah, but meet us back here.
Did you hear that?
I heard a bird.
So Mother Nature's telling us to go this way? Was it that direction?
Yeah.
So it's on caution again.
So there is no way, if he came through that track and cut through, like you said, Now, if William was on his shoulder, as you said,
Yeah.
no one questioned he was half asleep on your shoulder wearing a Spider-Man outfit. Someone would have remembered seeing that. So he wasn't seen. He knew that back here at that time there will be no one there.
Yep. And I'm feeling still a freezing. When you first said that, I got a handprint just here. It still feels really cold, right?
Yeah.
That patch is really cold, right? But I don't think the other side. But I felt the goosebumpy, right, just over the hand.
So
when you said it the second time to repeat on that, I actually felt a really cold presence behind me.
So that's actually the spirits here confirming what I just said. He's come through this track, holding William on his shoulder like he was asleep. So they're confirming us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really excited now. I really feel that this is finally making sense to me. We've been around and around. Like, we've been different tracks. We've been trying to put puzzles together. Nothing made sense. And we finally got to a place where it makes sense. And when we did the meditation, I think one of you saw a headstone. One of us saw what are they called? Drainage, cement drainage tunnel. So if we go down this track and we see...
Oh, the birds are back.
And they're going that way.
They're going the same direction.
Yeah, pretty much that direction. So show us one more sign, please, in threes. Thank you. And now, because I could see them and they didn't make a noise, was the first one had to get our attention. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go down there, and if there's a drainage thing, I'm definitely going to get a little excited that we're on track.
Would a butterfly be a sign?
Hey?
A butterfly be a sign?
No, that's new beginnings, and usually they do hang around cemeteries. But it could be, but I don't think so. Not for the one I'm looking for. I want 3 birds in a row, like three birds, 3 signs of 3 birds going the same direction.
There's 2 butterflies going that way.
Well, don't bring Disney birds, we'll use that. And this one on caution when you were talking, Altina.
Oh, okay.
And then I got the handprint.
Yep. So it's confirmation.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's get going.
Okay.
Unless you want to stick around and pick something else up.
No,
No?
I'm going to go that way.
I'm Verena from Y.E.S. You're Experiencing Supernatural and Psychic Wonders. Now, we're in Kendall and it's the first night. There were a few things happened we didn't catch on footage, but we hadn't set up at that point. The Spider-Man doll that we had on the mantelpiece, it actually was sat it straight. And when we were in the kitchen putting some food away for the week, when we came back out, the doll was turned quite dramatically. Now, hence we set the cameras up in the house last night. Now I'm just going to go through the footage and see what we got from that. It's pouring rain off and on in Kendall this morning, so I'm a bit disappointed because we want to go out in the field to start the investigation. If it becomes so intense like it was, we may have to do it in-house, but we will try and we'll go into town and see what we can pick up from his walking there also. I wish us luck, guys. Pray that the rain breaks away. We'll keep you informed. Thank you. Hi, I'm Verena from Psychic Wonders, and yes, you're experiencing supernatural. We are private paranormal investigators. Now, we chased up the William Tyrrell case. William did contact me from the beginning, but if you've been watching my stuff, you would know this. Also, with Kendall, every breadcrumb that we had to follow that William and a female spirit, not sure who she is, but she gave us information also, a younger woman, spirit, they all matched up. Everything was physically there, like the club. They gave me citizens, and I assumed senior citizens, but I know it was connected to the grandmother. Now, Nana, whatever she wanted to be called. Now, I've never been to Kendall. Cross my heart and hope to die. I've never been to Kendall, except this chasing the case just recent. We've just come back. So I wouldn't know, and you can't Google check that. I wouldn't know that there's a little old jetty behind the club. It's a citizens club, but it wasn't senior citizens. So he told me it was a citizens club, I assume seniors. He said there was a little jetty at the back of it. That's where this, the man that took him goes. So half the breadcrumbs that he had given me were to find himself, find William, and the other half were to find the murderer. So I'm so blessed. They don't tell you bits and pieces, oh, that's me, that's him, that's me. What they did is they gave me all this information and I had to separate it myself, which took extra time for where we went Kendall. So it's a beautiful place. The people in the town are just gorgeously genuine. They're so genuine and kind and they're just lovely. So please don't anyone reflect the town on what happened there. Now, this murder, and yes, I do believe William's passed, I'm sorry. This murderer, he goes to the club, the Citizens Club. He's very quiet though. He likes to hang around the oldies, doesn't really say much, and he's got a bit of time on his hands. Whether he works shift work or he doesn't work, he just has more time than he needs for sure. Now, he does know people in the pedophile ring, however, I don't feel myself that it was the ring itself that did it. Now, William showed me where he was snatched from his property, which was back to the side. Now, when we first drove up, I didn't know the area. First drove up, we got out of the car, we're at the house, as you will see in some of the film clips we did, and with that, we walked around a little bit and I tried to get a vibration and a pick up William, and you know what? I couldn't. I couldn't feel his energy. I just didn't know what was going on. So I went for a little walk, just walking. All of a sudden, bam, here he came, and he said, right here. So while they showed me the man, he was dressed in dark clothes. I wouldn't say black, probably dark blues and a bit of mixed matching, look like a black shirt with blue pants or vice versa. He's got black hair, short, normal shaped nose, not like mine. It's kind of pointier. His eyes are kind of like smallish. Hard to describe. I did a picture. Similar to now, his build was sort of fairly tall to medium, and build was medium. Now, he stayed behind a tree, and it wasn't a huge gum tree, it was a medium. And he's watching William for a little while. William was by himself, so I find some inconsistencies with what the foster parents had reported. They did not, well, I was told by William they did not watch him to the extent that they said they did. However, and the sister wasn't with him at the moment, obviously. So he's grabbed him and he's pulled him to the back of, a straight run through the forest. So we walked around, we're thinking, okay, we went around, that doesn't feel right, that doesn't feel right. We finally found the place where he would have done this. To our shock and horror, as I said, we didn't know the town. We just drove in and started at the house. Now William told me there was a tar road, a dirt road, and then a walking track / four-wheel drive track. So we followed that breadcrumb, and it took us to the cemetery. It's only like a slip away from the house where he could have parked his car. However, at that time, and you'll see in the footage, I connected with William in a physical sense, quite traumatic, because I felt everything I experienced of that moment that he was assaulted. Now, it wasn't that long after he was taken, and he did pass after that. Now, I want this bastard caught, obviously, and every other mongrel that wants to hurt children. Now, they were showing the area, and they gave me breadcrumbs to the area. There's this rolling meadows with a black cow, and that's pretty specific, and 2 mountains behind it. Now, we were in a gap of the forest, and we're looking everywhere. We looked left, right, upfield of everywhere of Kendall. And then on our last day, lo and behold, I was pretty much just going to give up. We're sitting around the table talking about, we've checked it all out, it doesn't make sense, all the breadcrumbs aren't matching up. there's this but not that, and that but not that. You know, it was getting very frustrating. So I pretty much gave up. And at that point, bam, had an epiphany. So we went to search this part of the area where this sort of made sense in the morning, and there, bam, was the area. Everything matched. The cow, the rolling meadows, the log, you know, the barbed wire fence, everything matched. The pine tree, everything. So, with the matching of all the tips and that, we did a good, I'd say, 2-hour search. But then we got to the point we really had to leave because we had structures happening in Melbourne we need to get back to. So it's not like we give up. And to be honest, I was exhausted. You know, as a medium, we use all our energies and little universes. Mother Nature supported us. She gave us hints. You know, Spirit gave us hints. You know, common sense and a lot of other things. So, and William and the female spirit. So with all that, we've come up with some massive, massive information. Now, as you'll see of the spiel that I will show you, little breadcrumbs, I will put some talking in the middle of that if it needs explaining, but we are now looking at working with other mediums very closely to bring this together. But the perfect world is that a detective works with a medium and a sniffer dog, yeah? Because all these structures make it perfect to expose cases of murderers or whatever, my opinion. Okay, so definitely not crackpots that think they know what they want and will listen to too many other mediums or the media. You can't afford to be, you can't afford to be influenced or hazed with your vision. So stay clear in what you receive, please, everybody. It's okay to share, but stick with what you are. Okay, so I'll put the rest of it on.